Good evening, and thank you for coming back to Midnight Wolf Tarot. Thank you for coming out to check me out again. Tonight I'm going to do a reading for Gemini. I kind of got a pull to read for Gemini, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of see what's out there for you guys. Again, this is a general reading. This isn't going to resonate with all Geminis out there, but there could be a few particular ones that this message is for, and so I hope that in the end that this helps you out. Again, this is just a general love reading, so let's see what's out there for you, Gemini. Alright, this is for Gemini, December 2020. What messages do you have for Gemini, December 2020? What messages do you have for Gemini for December 2020? What messages do you have for Gemini, December 2020? I'm curious. I hope you guys are as well. Let's see what comes your way. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all angels, for being here with me this evening and for being with the Geminis as well. Please bring forth any messages that they need to hear at this time in regards to love, if they should be walking away from anything, keeping anything, or what direction they should just choose to go. Just please bring forth any messages that will be best to their highest good. Thank you very much. Alright, Gemini, let's see what is in the cards for you. Alright, let's see if you're already in love, or potentially if an interest is going to come your way. Let's find out. What messages do you have for Gemini for December 2020? I already got one card. Ooh. And so the first card you already have out here is the Chariot. So it's moving forward, moving on. You had another card pop out here. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's go. Wait, well, there's the last one already. Okay. Well, Gemini, I'm not surprised to see this. Okay. So you have the Chariot here. Okay. And so this is generally the card about moving forward, moving on, moving to new horizons, new directions. Okay. The interesting thing with this, the reason why I said I'm not surprised that I saw this is because this is kind of common for Geminis, since you guys are their twins. It kind of had that dual personality. Like one day you want one thing, the next day you want something else. You have a hard time choosing what you really want in love and in partnership. Sometimes you guys can be a little bit difficult making these decisions, alright? And I say that because you have the Ace of Swords right behind it. Um, which is funny because this is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, okay? And this is a sign of communication. So either you're connecting with another air sign, which can be a little difficult for Gemini. A lot of times other air signs kind of clash together, almost kind of create like a tornado effect sometimes. And a lot of that is because you would think other air signs together that you can communicate together better, but that's not always the case here. In this particular case, you know, it's the Seven of Swords. So the person that you were dealing with, this particular air sign, either this is you or you were dealing with an Aquarius or Libra. You know, they wanted to be in a state of healing, or they figured out that with you, that you weren't being as open as you should be, and so they should just leave you so you can have the time to heal the way that you need to. It's also a part of it that they could have picked up on that you might not be so interested in them. Again, I say this because you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new offer. So definitely, you know, someone else probably caught your eye, which there's nothing really too wrong with that. especially if you weren't necessarily in a serious relationship. But I think this is a part of you, Gemini, where you have to kind of open yourselves up to truly knowing what you want, you know, and so you don't want to juggle people around. You need to be more honest. Um, Coming into situations and relationships, if you're more into just having a friendship when you're still trying to figure things out, and stop letting other things catch your eyes all the time. Uh, because honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair to other people. It's just not fair. um, so this other air sign, this kind of is getting tired of it, you know. But let's see what else comes out for you in the present, and hopefully you pick the right one. I hope you pick the right one, Gemini. Alright. One card there. And hopefully my cards don't jump off the table like they did for Sagittarius. I was having to jump a lot off my chair for Sagittarius, so hopefully that doesn't happen with you guys. So we'll see. The cards wanted to run away on me. Alright, so here you have the Three of Wands, alright, in the upright. So you could also be dealing with a fire sign, okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I definitely still feel that you were dealing with another air sign. This air sign was willing to wait for you, but they could see the juggling act. And, you know, a true decision needs to be made here, you know. And I feel like, you know, it's coming. You know, you have the Judgment card here. Um, so I think this air sign may potentially just walk away from you, because they're just tired of that juggling act. You know, this is where you kind of need to get the twins under control. Um, and especially since your ruling planet is Mercury, that can be difficult because when Mercury goes into retrograde, you know, your guys' communication isn't the best. You kind of pull into yourselves, you know, because whatever's going on, whatever transition period that you're trying to go through and trying to correct, that's really when you take the time to do that. Um, in this particular air sign, you know, isn't wanting to wait for it. You know, it's to them, it's kind of getting old. So this might have happened more than once, okay? And you have the Ten of Pentacles here. You know, and this is an earth sign as well, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? But it's in the reverse. So where there was opportunity here, happiness here, you know, you could see a friendship, you could see things blossoming and growing. It was all good things, but it's not so much anymore. Now there's a sense of separation, okay? And now you have, you know, the Page of Wands here. Again, this is a fire sign as well, you know, still dealing with a little bit of fire. If that resonates with you, you know, you could be dealing with an air sign or a fire sign here. But with the Page of Wands, it's having the stance of, will you make a decision? Can you make a choice? Can you just let me know? Um, Again, you know, I do feel heavy, really heavy that you're dealing with another air sign. More so, I feel like it's a Libra, you know, because Libras kind of act that way. They want quick decisions. They want to know. They don't want to feel like they're displaced. You know, they want to know where they stand, and especially in partnership, because they take it very seriously. Especially since their ruling planet is Venus. They're full of love and passion, right? They take partnership and love relationships very seriously. And so if you're not taking it very seriously, Libras are going to get really irritated pretty quickly. And that's probably why this is more showing of fire, because, you know, once you make a Libra mad, you see the other side of them, and they kind of have a Hulk-like sense to them. Generally, Libras are very, very friendly, but once they've been poked enough, you know, kind of poking the bear, you kind of see that other side of them, and it does get old. You know, they want truth, they want honesty, they want a real partnership. And sometimes Gemini, you guys have a hard time doing that if you don't know what you want. And I feel like in this situation, you just didn't know what you wanted. You know, and so you need to be truthful, you know, and especially if something else is catching your eye. You know, it's like if you found somebody else, well, be honest with the Libra, you know, that you found something else, you know, but don't hold on to them or put them on the back burner just in case this other offer falls through, you know, just so you have, you know, a backup plan. You know, it's not very nice. But let's see what else comes out, okay? Right. And a few things here. Oh, yep. Okay. So yeah, so you have the Three of Pentacles here, okay? Again, this is dealing with earth signs, you know, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, okay? But normally when you see this card, you know, it's like a sign of acceptance. You know, it's usually not a bad card, but this is coming across like a Three's Company. You know, it's like Gemini had one, doesn't know if they can pick the other, and it's kind of standing there trying to figure out which one to pick. You know, and that's not, it's not good. It's not a good situation because, like I said, with the Libra that you're dealing with, is getting tired and it's going to walk away. And if you really had feelings for this Libra, you need to make a quick decision and try to fix this as quickly as you can, because the Libra is getting really tired of it. Now you have the Four of Cups here. They don't see your offer as being true anymore. You know, they're sitting there saying, oh, well, this was a bunch of crap. I should have seen this coming sooner. And now I'm just sitting here just staring at it, waiting to see what you're going to do. But it's old. It's old. I'm tired of it. I wanted a real partnership. It's really an emotional card, you know, because it's like, hey, you know, you hurt me, and I thought we had something, but something else caught your eye, you know, and you have the Ten of Swords here, so, you know, this is another air card, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but again, like I said, I'm really feeling it's pulling hard for a Libra, and you can see that pain. You know, you can see where they're hurt, you know, and, you know, it's really painful. You know, they don't want to feel this pain. They want a true relationship, and this isn't fair. You know, so if someone else did, excuse me, catch your eye, then go in that other direction, but let the Libra know so you can let them go. You know, that's the only fair thing you can do at this point. You know, you also have the Star in reverse. So the happy time that you had with this Libra is disappearing really quickly. You know, it's they're getting tired of it and they're getting ready to walk away because, you know, they don't really see the same happiness anymore. You know, with the Ten of Swords, they're like, well, this wasn't at all what I thought it was, so I guess I should just pack my bags and go. Not so good, Gemini. Not so good, but let's get some clarifiers on this. Let's see if anything could turn out differently. I'm surprised by this reading, in the sense that, I guess that it's so much against you, you know, and it's by your choices and the things that you chose to do. But hopefully this helps for the Geminis that need to hear it, that they can at least let go of the people that they need to let go of so they can heal and have an opportunity at the relationships that they deserve. You know, that's just fair, you know. It's fair. And again, this can go either way, male or female, you know. It can go either way. So let's see for the Chariot here. I'm going to try to move away from it again. you get the Ace of Swords. So you are dealing with another air sign. So it definitely Libra, Aquarius. Again, I feel it really pulling for Libra. And Libra and Geminis, they are a beautiful connection, but they do not know how to communicate. Not at all. You know, and it's like the more they try, they misunderstand each other even more, and it just starts in a big argument. I can say, I don't want to be inappropriate, but like in the bedroom, they connect really well, but besides that, they don't, it's a real difficult connection to keep in a serious relationship. It is very difficult. So let's see what comes out for the Ace of Swords. Yeah, Six of Cups, you know, uh, this Libra really thought they could potentially have something with you. And, you know, unfortunately, it's just not working out. It's just not working out. And so if you're dealing with a Libra, just be upfront and just let them go. Say, hey, you know, I appreciate the friendship. We did have a good time. There were good things here. But on terms of a relationship long term, I'm not interested. You know, because the Libra was definitely more interested in you. So let's see for Seven of Swords here. And we already got that out. And you got the standstill, okay? Knight of Swords, okay? This Libra is just halting. They're like, you know what? I'm ready to heal myself. I see how this is going to go. I already see what's happening. And I don't want any part of it anymore. For the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. You know, heavy fire. You can see that dress is on fire. Well, you can see how much pain that you're causing this Libra. It's also like a sense of feeling like a burden. You know, it's like, well, gee, like, okay, like, was I that much of a waste of your time? You know, it's like you couldn't be honest with me. You know, you couldn't just tell me that you like somebody else. You wanted to keep me on the back burner, you know, in case that plan fell through. Not good. Uh, let's see for Three of Wands. And you got the Hierophant in reverse. You know, and this is a really strong card. This is a card that represents the Sun of Taurus. It's a real spiritual card. This person knows what they want. They have the utmost respect, love, and all connections. And with this being in reverse, it's pretty clear that you didn't know what you wanted. You know, and you have these two people here, one of them being a Libra for sure. The other one potentially, you know, is a fire sign as well, and which I can see the attraction for that for Gemini. You know, fire signs are quite amazing. You know, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you know, they're an attractive sign. You know, they can draw you in. But you have to remember when you're with somebody, you have to be true. You have to be upfront, you know, and not drag people along just in case things don't work out. That's not a fair thing to do. Alright, let's see what's going on with Judgment here. Alright, you got the Ace of Cups. So if you want a true relationship, you want true feelings, you want a real relationship, you want real love, you need to go with your heart. So really search your soul and figure out what you want. You know, and if it is this other person and it's not this Libra, then you already know in your heart what you need to do. So move forward and do it. You know, don't string them along. You know, it's hurting them. It's hurting them. Ten of Pentacles. And again, you get the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, Bali, you know, you're also could be dealing with an earth sign as well, Capricorn, you know, Taurus, Virgo. Uh, I would be surprised if you were connecting with a Capricorn. Taurus, not so much, you know. It's like they can draw you in pretty easy. They make great company, but more so with Virgo as well. Um, they make great company too, you know, but there's another offer that you're wanting to present to somebody else. So go ahead and present it, but let the other person go. You need to let the Libra go. My stomach just hurts. It just twists when I say that. It's like, just let them go. And you have the King of Cups in reverse here. Okay, so it's unbalanced love, emotions, and the more that you string on the Libra, the worse it's gonna get, you know. And eventually, Libras have no problem speaking their minds when they truly get angry, when they if truly are fed up and they're throwing up their hands. They'll speak their mind, you know, and they'll walk away from you. And when you realize that you made the mistake and you try to come back, that communication's gone. It's very rare for a Libra to take back a Gemini, you know, once they've made that mistake and a Gemini, you know, regrets what they did, that the Libra just disappears. It's like they didn't even exist. Three of Pentacles here. Ooh, almost jumped off the table. And we get the Ten of Swords again. And it's interesting because it's in the same line here. A lot of pain. There's a lot of pain here. And it's not fair, Gemini. That's not fair. And I'm sorry that this reading is so much, like, against you. Like, I thought, like, this was going to be a great reading for you guys. You're like, hey, you know, we're going to find you guys something great. But there's some Geminis out there that are playing the player role. You know, and you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. It's not a fair thing to do. And if you don't know what you truly want, then you should remain single. Don't try to get into a relationship with somebody and, you know, flip-flop between people. You know, it's just gonna hurt them. You don't get to be the player. Stop being the player. It's not cool. It's not cool. See, now I'm getting all riled up and angry for this Libra that's hurt. Four of Cups here. It's, you don't need to be immature. You know, figure out your twins. You know, it's like, you have to get that reconnected. And I would say that's the only issue with Gemini is that you guys flip-flop, and this is a perfect example of it. You get the Knight of Cups here, okay? And so anytime I see this card, whether it's face up or face down, to me it's a card of immature love. You don't know what you want. And it's interesting because it comes with the Four of Cups. You don't know what you want. Any offer you're trying to present right now, it's not real and it's not true. Because you don't know what you want. You know, you have one person on the hook, you want to offer something to somebody else, or you already did, and so now you're flip-flopping between two people, and all that's going to result in is a lot of people hurt. And that's not fair. It's not fair, it's not right. Ten of Swords here. Let's see. Who exactly are you hurting here? Although I'm pretty sure, yeah, Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, so you got double tens here. Even. Alright, this is a lot of pain. And that's not fair. That is not fair, not at all. You're hurting this Libra, and they're hurt bad. So just let them go. And actually, you have 3 tens on the board, now that I look at it. Even though they're in different decks. So this is going to come to a completion. It is. Like, this Libra is just going to walk away from you. Because you have the Ten of Cups here, you have the Ten of Swords here, and you have the Ten of Wands here. Alright? All these cards is presenting with a lot of pain. So, whether you make the decision or not, Libra is just going to walk away from you. And I feel in my heart that this is going to be your biggest regret. That you wish you didn't play this Libra. This Libra had a true heart. They had a true heart, and they cared about you, and you decided to play them. And I don't know why you did, but unfortunately, again, Geminis have the eyes that are looking in multiple directions. I would say male Geminis, unfortunately, are more prone to doing that. But I've seen female Geminis do that too. They go, oh, well, look at that over here. Oh, well, look at that over here. I have all these options, even if there was somebody. But you hurt people. And this is a perfect example of that. This is pain. A lot of pain, a lot of hurt. You don't get the right to do that. It's not cool. I'm probably going to get a lot of dislikes for this video from a lot of Geminis. But like I said, it's not all of you. So some of you. But there's someone that thinks it's cool to be a player. And you get the judgment in reverse. So whether you make the decision or not, Libra's going to make the decision for you. And again, it's going to be a big regret for you. But let's pull some oracle cards. Let's see if there's any healing that can be done on your end, because once this Libra disappears, they're gonna be gone, and you're gonna have to deal with that, because this offer that you presented to this other person, they're not the right one. It was the Libra. So you are making a big mistake, or you've already made that mistake. And for the ones that haven't made that mistake yet, I hope you listen and you really think about this other person you're trying to offer something to, because it's gonna just hurt a lot of people. Alright, so let's see what the angels have to say about this situation. Ah, goodness, Gemini. Goodness. Yeah, you got Angel of the Universe. You are being encouraged to expand your thinking. Okay? Don't know how well you can see that card or not, but you're encouraged to expand your thinking. Really think hard about this. If you haven't already done this, really think it through. Really see the qualities that the Libra has versus this other person that you're looking at or thinking about, and really make sure that you're making the right decision, because there's some of you out there, yeah, you're about to make a horrible decision, and that Libra is not going to come back. Alright, and you got Angel of Addiction Healing. This is a time for positive transformation and healing. Okay, and so for this particular Gemini, you may be struggling with some form of addiction, and maybe that's why this other person is appealing to you, because they share in that same addiction, to where the Libra is trying to put a stop to it. They're trying to help to heal you, and you're not necessarily ready to be healed, and so this other person is more appealing because they're into the same things, and I really feel heavy it has something to do with alcohol, because majority of Geminis, they like to party, they like to have a good time, they're the fun ones, and that might be something you need to get under control, because you're about to lose the one that actually cared about you over something like that. And here you have God of intelligence. Okay, it's alright, stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence and balance is healthy. So these two, it's interesting, because you may have an addiction to alcohol, or the other person does, and you're trying to find the balance of that. You're like, well, if I just have a little bit, when you go out and you just have a couple of drinks, it's not a big deal. But then once you start to overdo it, then it becomes a big deal. And so for the particular Gemini that this is for, really look into yourself and make sure that you're doing okay. You know, make sure that you're not falling deep down the rabbit hole, I say. You don't want to do that. You know, and addiction can be a scary thing, and don't move to something familiar because it's more comfortable. You know, you need to let go of the player mentality, the party mentality. You need to chill it out. You need to calm it down. You need to calm it down. Alright. Let's see what moon cards you get here. Again, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of dislikes from Geminis on this video, but that's alright. Because it's a time for change. You get the change moon here, okay? You need to look into yourself and realize it's a time for change. It's time for transformation. Let go of the old person that you used to be. Stop being immature, having the player mentality, having the party mentality, because the person that truly loves you is right before you, and you're gonna lose them over, what, a weekend? A weekend of partying and wanting to be a player? You know, and again, this can go for male Geminis or female Geminis. I'm not saying anyone's innocent here. We all know that both ends can do that. But stop it. It's time for change. It's time for you to see yourself in the higher regard of who you're meant to be and to move forward. So do that. Do that with a sense of grace. Okay? Those other two popped out really quick. In creation, this is a major time of transformation for you, Gemini. To let go of this old person that you used to be and come into the new. Really see yourself for who you're meant to be and let go of all the old crap, you know. And I feel like really heavy right now that this is a Gemini that's coming out of their late 20s, moving into their 30s, that they're trying to figure themselves out, or they're like in their mid 30s, you know, and they're like, oh no, I can still party, I can still do this and that, and you know, I'm still cool. But in reality, it's bringing you down the wrong path, you know, and the person that truly loves you, they're losing their patience, you know, because they can see the true you and who you're meant to be and what you're capable of and the beauty in you, and you're about to lose it. And resistance, okay? Have the resistance to try to hold on to your past self, because you know that your past self wasn't your best self. Only you know that. You know, for the Geminis that this message is for, only you know what your past was like. Don't fall back into your past. You want to keep moving to your future. You want to do what's best in your present moment right now to make the best future for yourself. And if you keep falling back into your past, you're not going to make the future that was meant for you. It's going to become a loop. The same cycle repeated over and over again. And then finally, by the end of it, you're going to realize all the mistakes that you made, and you're going to have the biggest regret. And by the time you try to go back for the person that was there for you, that cared about you, it's going to be too late. It'll be too late. And it hurts to say that. Like, my stomach's like really heavy. I didn't even have a big meal for dinner. You know, it's... Don't do that to yourself, Gemini. Don't do it. Don't fall into your old ways. And I know it's tempting, but don't. Don't fall into your old life, because you know your old life, it did not serve you well. It wasn't a good place. You weren't around the right people. You were around a lot of negative people, a lot of negative energies, and it wasn't right for you. You finally broke free of that, and this Libra helped you do that. And they're like, no, come here, you know, I'm going to shelter you from this, help bring you away from this. And then just like that, you're like, nah, I'm going to kind of go back over here because it's more comfortable. It's more comfortable. But that's not going to benefit you. You have such a strong future ahead of you. Don't lose sight of where you're supposed to go. There is something so wonderful for you. And don't lose sight of it just because this other person can help you fall into that line of party mentality. Because it's not going to serve you well. Not where you are in this time frame of your life. Alright, let's get a few more cards on this. I'm telling you. You'll see why I laughed when I picked up that card. Not joking. And we'll see if any more cards want to come out, because this might have already... Yeah, you got it. And a few more that came out. Even got double fours there. So the first one that came out, the reason why I kind of laughed, it's cleaning house. Alright, so this is breaking away from the old to come into the new. Okay, clear out your old past things. They weren't good. You can even see in this picture of this, the terribleness, the disorganization of life. Why would you want to stay there, Gemini? Why? Why stay trapped? You know, you're always looking for love, but yet you want to stay trapped in your past. Just because it's easier. And then you want to look at other people and go, well, it's because you don't want to be there for me. No, no, Gemini. Be there for you. Open your eyes. Listen. Listen. Open your ears. Listen. Listen to the lessons. Listen to all of the things that other people have tried to tell you, tried to wake you up, and don't fall back into the lines of your past because it's comfortable. Don't do that. Don't. You're meant for so much more. Your future is so bright, and there's something for you that is so great. And this Libra was great. This person has a beautiful personality, just wonderful. Like, is this amazing? Like, this is a person that you would want in your life. Even as a friend, as a colleague, as a coworker, this person makes other people smile. And you're about to lose that just because you want to fall back into your past because you're scared. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you are doing that. Right here you have unexpected visitors, right? Unexpected visitors. So your past decided to come back. Someone from your past decided to come back. And it's like, well, hey, don't you remember the old times? The fun times, the party times, the things that we did, and it was fun, and all these things. Well, realize again, this is for a Gemini that's in their late 20s or mid 30s. And so they're like, yeah, I remember the old times, and it was fun, and all these things. But wake up, Gemini. That's not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be moving forward, moving on to greater things. You have something great. You have something great with this Libra. Don't lose it because you're being attracted to this person of your past that you already know in your heart wasn't good then, and guess what? They haven't changed. They're still the same. They haven't changed. Okay? And with this one, have the strength to see the difference. Have the strength to move forward and to move on. You know, because you're about to lose the greatest thing that ever happened to you. You're about to lose the greatest thing that ever happened to you. And have the strength to see what the past was. And if you were battling addictions, I'm sorry for that. But don't fall back into that. You're stronger. You're stronger. You're way stronger than that. I'm sorry. But you are stronger than to fall back into the old patterns, the toxic negativity of things. You are stronger, Gemini. Don't let this kind of past come back for you. Because this individual, the unexpected visitors, they haven't changed. They haven't changed a bit. It doesn't matter how old they become, they will be the same way. They're not going to change. They're just not. So don't lose the greatest thing that ever happened to you just because you want to revisit your past, the party days, the player days, it was fun to drink, oh, it was fun to party, it was so carefree. You're out of that phase. You're moving on to the next phase of your life that's going to be great. Don't lose this person over someone that was just a good time for a while in your past. Don't do it, Gemini. Don't do it. Alright guys, that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope this reading helps the Geminis that needed to hear this message, and any cross watchers that are here. If so happens that a Libra pops by and watches this and you're in connection with the Gemini, I hope this helps you as well. Kind of get some ground and balance, and maybe you can give this Gemini a little more time to figure things out. But thanks again, and make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and if you hit the little bell as well, you'll be notified when I am doing readings online. And I do plan on going live potentially even this weekend, so I hope to see some of you there. And thank you all for those who have already subscribed already and have hit the like button. I appreciate you all. Alright, until we see each other again, good night.